In a major face-saving exercise over the Asia Cup fiasco, Pakistan is set to honour PCB and Asian Cricket Council Chief Mohsin Naqvi. Also serving as Pakistan's Interior Minister, Naqvi will be conferred with the Shaheed Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto Excellence Gold Medal. The award is being given in recognition of what the Pakistan state has described as his principled and courageous stance during the Asia Cup final trophy row. Glorifying a national shame seems only possible in Pakistan, viewers, while the cricket fraternity and fans blame Naqvi for the unprecedented decline of cricket in the country. The Pakistan government is orchestrating an award ceremony to cover up his act of running away with the trophy that rightfully belonged to the Indian cricket team. Pakistan People's Party chairman Bilawal Bhutto, grandson of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, has also been invited for the event in Karachi. The controversy began after India defeated Pakistan in the Asia Cup final. Team India refused to accept the trophy from Naqvi, following a controversial social media post by him. In response, Naqvi took the trophy with him, a move that triggered widespread criticism. The BCCI also cornered Naqvi at the Asian Cricket Council AGM over the issue. Now the state honour is being seen by many as an attempt by the Pakistan government to shield its minister, who has faced growing backlash both domestically and internationally for his conduct during the Asia Cup tournament and the declining state of Pakistan cricket under his leadership. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Rajinder Sharma. He joins me over the phone line with more details on the same. Sir, from running away with the trophy to being given a gold medal, how do you really, even begin to explain this turnaround? Glorifying a national embarrassment, like I said, this seems to be Pakistan's new definition of honour in cricket.
See, Neha, this is very simple case of not just glorifying but cover up, because Mohsin Naqvi, let's accept the fact that he's the senior most minister, being the Interior Minister of Pakistan. He's the senior most minister in Pakistan cabinet after the PM. So it's a face-saving exercise. We know what all has happened, where Mohsin Naqvi stands today in world cricket, international cricket, and in Pakistan cricket as well. At home, people are calling for his head. At least, even Shaheed Afridi, the former Pakistan cricket, asked him, "Sir, either leave the PCB or leave the Interior Ministry. It's a full-time job." So that means he has failed. He has failed drastically. So now the cricket fans, former cricketers, former cricket administrators, everybody are raising the issue of his failure. He failed on administrative front. He failed on cricket front, and what he did after the Asia Cup final was no doubt a national disgrace for Pakistan.
Very much right. Thank you very much, Rajinder ji, for joining us with all of those important inputs. Fresh provocation from across the border. The Pakistan Army has issued a menacing warning saying that there will be devastation should hostilities with India resume. The military has pledged swift, decisive and destructive retaliation, even claiming they could strike India's most distant territories. The statements come in response to recent statements from India's Chief of Army Staff General Dwivedi on Friday. Spoke loud and clear at the forward area in Anupgarh, Rajasthan. The Army Chief addressed troops directly. He warned that India will not show the restraint it did in the past. This time, we will act to force Pakistan to question whether it wants to remain on the map or not, he declared, signaling a new level of resolve.
तो ये मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि इस बार भारत देश पूरी तैयारी के साथ है और इस बार वो संयम नहीं रखेगा जो सिंदूर 1.0 में हमने संयम रखा। इस बार हम आगे की कार्रवाई करेंगे और कुछ ऐसी कार्रवाई करेंगे कि हो सकता है पाकिस्तान को सोचना पड़े कि उसे इतिहास में, भूगोल में रहना है कि नहीं रहना है।
Bahal, in fact, also gave an insight into how India's Sukhoi jets have proven superior combat capabilities.
of all, I'd like to say that whenever a chief of army staff makes a sentence statement about geographical existence would be wiped out, or words to that effect. So what basically he's doing is, because this is not a language normally we use as in military commanders, but when he uses this language, it means he's sending a political message. He's sending a political signal to the Pakistanis with respect to whether they think that just because they have had a deal with Saudi Arabia, and just because US is giving them importance, and just because Pakistan is burning all around from Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and right up to POJK, and the massive protests that are taking place, it doesn't give you a right to do anything in India, because we are going to respond very, very strongly. And secondly, the air chief also was very categorical about the very key element which Karl von Clausewitz had said, that war is just an extension of politics by other means, and also political object is the goal and war is the means of achieving it. So when he said this, he actually spoke about political object, which was very clear, directions were very clear, mandate was very clear. Then he spoke very nice thing about conflict termination objectives. No war can be started without having clear conflict termination objectives. And he spoke about that this war, that in 90 hours we had made a country bow down and come rushing to us and tell us that please go for a ceasefire, indicated that it was a lesson to the whole world, especially to Israel and also to Russia, where the wars have been continuing for 3.5 years or 2 years or so. So last thing I would like to say about the Su-57 that you asked me about. In my mind, there is no question that we should be delaying any further of acquiring a fifth generation aircraft, primarily because we are going to get both co-production, co-development, transfer of technology. I believe that they are even willing to give us Kinzhal hypersonic air-launched ballistic missile, and they will allow us to make changes in the systems by giving us the source code, and we can put our own gallium nitride radar, which has 400 kilometers range, one of the best radars in the world, as I can see that with the capabilities that are being talked about, and also our indigenous weapon systems such as Astra and BrahMos. Yes. So if this is a composite package, and this will give us technologies which we can even use in AMCA, and they have also said that Su-30 MKI infrastructure can be upgraded into Su-57, and the government needs to take a very quick decision. I'm not very keen for Rafale only for one reason, that they have always hesitated to give the source code. And whatever cost factor, whenever cost factor is factored in, you will find that Rafale is going to come out very expensive in comparison to Su-57. Plus, it's just a 4.5 generation aircraft, and it is not as stealthy as the Su-57, as maneuverable, as agile. Ranges are equal, but the altitude of Su-57 is much higher. And in addition, Su-57 has many more qualities which are much better if we look at the generation of technologies and they're going to give us a few aircraft straight off the shelf, and subsequently they're going to manufacture it in India by the time the facilities come up. So in my mind, there is no doubt at all that the government should not delay anymore. We are down to 29 squadrons, yes. 12 squadrons are going to go away in the next 10 years. It is imperative that the government takes a decision today. Okay. And my own bet is towards Su-57.
Okay. On the Pakistani side, DG ISPR has doubled down, and I quote, "We shall not hold back. We will shatter the myth of geographic immunity." He even threatened a mutual eraser in response to talks of erasing Pakistan, wailed nuclear posturing wrapped in bravado. Make no mistake, there is no simple border taunt. While Rawalpindi unleashes rhetoric, the real question lingers. Is this raw bluster or a tactic to distract from Pakistan's deeper domestic turmoil?